Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank where I climb the online VGC 20 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. This is going to be the last episode with the Blastoise Tsareena team that we featured for the last couple of days, and we're up against one really interesting team to get today's episode kicked off. So let's get things started. Barraskewda. I feel like my win rate against Barraskewda is not very good, so it's definitely one of the Pokemon I'm more concerned to go up against. Blastoise looks really good here, especially for yawn support. Yeah, even getting a single yawn off, like there's a decent chance my opponent just Dynamaxes Barraskewda or Haxorus, especially turn 1. So I'm thinking Blastoise could put in some work. The combination of Tailwind plus Haxorus I think is really scary here though. Haxorus gets access to a lot of really powerful attacks that I think give us problems here. We can't necessarily KO it in return. One route we could go with though is like leading Blastoise plus Charizard's like tempting here because we can just potentially nuke Whimsicott turn 1, but I don't think I really want to max it in this game because of the threat of Barraskewda. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I think that's a bad idea. I actually think we maybe max Togekiss here. Yeah, Blastoise, Togekiss. Tsareena doesn't look that great. Tyranitar Excadrill is a pretty safe back to. But I think this game is a little scary because my opponent does have Tailwind, so we'll see how things go. You might notice my wall behind me is pretty empty. I'm moving out of my apartment in a couple of days to go back home. Currently, yeah, I went to school in the city, and I had an apartment in the city, but moving back with my family for the next couple of months. And then I'm actually moving to LA in August, most likely, to start working full-time. So busy couple of months ahead, but yeah, I was just packing everything up, and so no more art in the back, but I'll be back home in a couple of days and be set up in a brand new room. Let's get into this though. This is a rental team. As always, if you guys want to try it out, feel free to check out the links in the description below, and if you guys enjoy, please share support by leaving a like. I'd really appreciate it. I think I'm actually just going to go straight for the yawn onto Barraskewda here, honestly. Protect is actually pretty tempting as well, but the alternative is just max Togekiss. I think Barraskewda probably attacks Togekiss here, which is why I want to protect. The alternative is just like maxing and then airstreaming, which also doesn't seem too bad to me. Yeah, I think I'm just going to yawn the Barraskewda, max, and airstream into it as well. Let's see if Barraskewda maxes. Oh, it's not maxing. Okay, interesting. Well, that's fine then, regardless of what happens here. I guess it could be like choice banded. My opponent could like go for Tailwind and a choice band attack, which would be really scary. Although Togekiss should just one-shot it, I think, with Airstream. Maybe not if we don't get a crit, we'll see. He's going for Helping Hand. Okay. That makes me think it's banded, honestly. Helping Hand close combat into Blastoise. It doesn't even KO. Nice. Okay, nice. We take those. Which means we should KO the Barraskewda now and get a yawn off against the Whimsicott. Yeah, not bad. Unless it's sashed. No, it's not sashed. Huh, okay. I was really expecting it to max, but yeah, I guess it was actually better for my opponent that they didn't max it, because if it maxed, it'd be in a lot of trouble right now. So Barraskewda faints. And we get the yawn off. Nice. So now my opponent's in an awkward spot where it's like if you want to set up Tailwind, you pretty much have to commit to falling asleep. Unless I guess you bring out Sylveon and max Starfall here. Sylveon does come out. Huh. That would be an interesting approach. I mean, they could Fake Tears us here. I think I'm just going to opt for Icy Wind here instead of Yawn and just Airstream into... I want damage on a Sylveon. I don't really care about Whimsicott. I don't think that threatens the Tyranitar or the... I mean, threatens Tyranitar, I guess, but not Excadrill on the back. And given that it's Yawn right now. Yeah, I mean, like, my opponent could get around the sleep by going for Tailwind, max Starfall into Blastoise, but even if you do that, I get a second Airstream off against the Sylveon, which means I basically negate the Tailwind with Togekiss. Then I can bring in the Excadrill and just Airstream again. They're actually just going to opt for Taunt. Huh. And they're not going to max either. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's really good for us. Airstream does an okay amount. No crit there, but 50% of damage I'll take. I mean, they have to pretty much max their last Pokemon, which I would guess is Haxorus, because Berescu didn't max turn 1. So we get the Icy Wind off. Whimsicott falls asleep here. I guess Sylveon could go for a Yawn of its own. That's really good damage on the Whimsicott, actually, as well, as we crit the Sylveon. Okay. I would just expect a Hyper Voice here, but no, it actually ups to Yawn. Wow. Interesting. But Whimsicott falls asleep now. I'm taunted, but that's not really too much of a problem. I honestly want to switch the Togekiss out here. Because, I mean, I feel like Sylveon here probably wants to protect, right? So, like, I want to go for a Scald onto Sylveon and switch Togekiss out into Excadrill. Yeah, that seems alright to me. I think conserving Togekiss is important because my opponent is, of course, going to have Dynamax, and I think it's likely that they'll have Haxorus in the back. And if Sylveon does protect here, we're in really good shape. Even if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Yep, it protects. Nice. Could have Icy Winded there again. Because now, I mean, Whimsicott could theoretically get a one-turn Wake. But even if it does, it's fine, I think. So -1 speed. I'm just going to Icy Wind again here, I think. And Iron Head into Sylveon. Yeah, I mean, even if Whimsicott wakes up, it has to click Tailwind, and Sylveon's not KOing the Excadrill anyway. So my opponent played super passively early game, but of course we could theoretically get swept by Haxorus under Tailwind. So that's still pretty scary. It might have actually been better to just have gambled and Iron-Headed the Whimsicott, because Sylveon getting a Hyper Voice off here doesn't mean too much anyway. If my opponent doesn't get the one-turn Wake, then we KO the Whimsicott, deny Tailwind, and pretty much win the game off that. So I think I actually would have, if I were to replay this turn, have clicked Iron Head into Whimsicott instead. Because you would think we're in a pretty good spot. Yeah, they end up staying asleep. So, I mean, I think that would have just secured the game up for us. They're actually going to offer Quick Attack as well, so even more reason to have gone for that. No worries, though. We'll get an Icy Wind off. It's weird seeing Blastoise go first here because that speed boost from Airstream. It's really good damage on a Whimsicott. I mean, a third one, I think we'll just miss out on a KO, but it'll come pretty close. Okay, so we'll knock out Sylveon. Yeah, I think if we targeted Whimsicott there, it would have been a win. And I think it's like, they're always going to try to click Tailwind there anyway, so might as well just try to pick up the KO. That being said, Taunt is over now, so... I mean, it has to be Haxorus as the last one, right? Yeah. That was expected. I think here I'm just going to opt for Yawn into the Haxorus and Icy Wind, or Iron Head into Whimsicott. Because if Whimsicott wakes up, presumably it clicks Tailwind. I guess actually you could... Haxorus protects. That's definitely not it. Even if you get the Tailwind up now and wake up, yeah. He actually opts for Taunt. Huh. I think you always want to Tailwind and attack there, because now, like... Haxorus just can't do enough. Yeah, the lack of Tailwind there is surprising. Like, what I think I would have done in my opponent's shoes is Tailwind and just attack the Blastoise there. But yeah, now I can just Icy Wind and Swords Dance. Yeah, that's actually pretty compelling. Blastoise outspeeds Haxorus now, I think, because of the speed boost. So they finally max, but yeah, it's a little too late, I think. Yeah, the only turn I would have played differently this game was Iron Heading to Whimsicott, I think. Otherwise, I'm pretty content with how things went. Berescu just scared me as a lead, but yeah, I think we needed to max Togekiss in this game. Charizard is just threatened way too much by Haxorus and Berescu to plus Tailwind. Tsareena didn't feel that great here either. Okay, so now Haxorus is just slower than the rest of the team. Even if it's weakness policy here, it's not that much of an issue. Swords Dance was probably greedy. I should have just Iron Headed. But if my opponent... I mean, regardless of who my opponent targets, I get a free switch in. He's going to Wormwind. It should be into Blastoise, yep. Nice. So now I get the satisfaction of clicking +2 Iron, or +1 Iron Head, but I can just bring in Togekiss as well, and just Dazzling Iron Head. Blastoise was really good for us in this match, though. Like, the fact that it took a Helping Hand close combat, and it didn't even get KO'd was really impressive. And it just put on a lot of early pressure. Like, in the end, we didn't really yawn too much, but even getting a single Yawn, I think, is always super good, especially early game. And in this game, basically, we stalled out our opponent's potential Dynamax to the point where it was basically irrelevant. Took this double up KOs. Nice. Yeah, I think my opponent really needed to just click Tailwind, honestly. Yeah, even if... The taunt there, I guess, makes a little bit of sense, but I think Tailwind just covers your options better, because with Tailwind, it's not like you worry about Blastoise KOing anyway, or getting a yawn off, so... I'll probably disconnect every time things off, but yeah. I think that highlights, like, I don't know, Barraskewda is an interesting Pokemon. I was actually streaming yesterday and someone asked me about it, and I was like, you know, it obviously has a pretty cool ability, and can hit for a fair amount of damage. I'm really curious on the item, because we saw the Life Orb was on Haxorus. I don't know, really. I don't think it was Banded. I would think Banded helping in close combo would knock out Blastoise, but maybe not. Wow. Mantine. I actually think this is a team created by a Spanish player called Jaime, who got second at Worlds and Seniors in 2012. So what the team has is Imprison Rain Dance with the Meowstic. I think it's like Classic Iron Defense Body Press Pharaoh. Mantine, which is the most interesting Pokemon, which can you obviously just do a lot of damage. And you can go for like max Airstreams as well. Mantine is actually kind of scary, but I actually like Blastoise again here for Yawn Pressure. I think I really have to respect the Meowstic here. I'm quite worried about Ferrothorn. Like, one thing that I don't think I'm super comfortable yet is figuring out when I can drop the Charizard. Like, honestly, Max Charizard actually seems decent here as well. So, like, one approach I want to go with is Blastoise plus... Excadrill doesn't even have Rock Slide here, so it doesn't feel that great. Blastoise plus Togekiss with Tyranitar and Charizard I think is pretty compelling. You could make an argument for Tsareena here, but I don't know. The Mantine's actually pretty scary. Actually, I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I think Tsareena probably should have been here. Mainly because it matches up really well against Primarina, and by not bringing it, my match against Primarina is a little shakier. I'm hoping that the Tyranitar, Excadrill, Charizard baits my opponent into just going with the Mantine Meowstic mode, which I think we have a decent lead against. So let's see. Yep, exactly it. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm leaning towards just yawning Mantine turn 1. And there's a decent chance Blastoise eats up a Fake Out. But if you eat Fake Out, then you're not going for like water type attack. It also could just be like Fake Tears into Kiss. Honestly, like one play I'm contemplating is Yawn and Protect Togekiss here. Kind of like what I was thinking of in that last game. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of down for it. This might not be the smartest play, but... Oh, they actually switch out Mantine, okay. Into Prim. Smart play. Covers the Yawn. This is why maybe I should have had Tsareena. And now they can Starfall as well to change terrain and prevent the sleep. Really good play by my opponent. Meowstic's actually... Oh, is it Trick Rooming? Wow. Okay. That was really well executed. Prim is definitely maxing now and Starfalling into Togekiss. Huh. How do I get around this? This just made the game super interesting. I'm gonna Scald into Meowstic. Man, part of me really wants to max the Togekiss solely to survive. Yeah, I mean, I actually think that might be worth it. I'm gonna max and then Starfall into... Actually, I don't think that was a great play because I think they have to Starfall. Oh, wow, they switched out. Okay. It just Surfetched! Well, it just looks like I made the greatest read of all time. I really thought they were just gonna max Prim there, but this works out as well. Although... It's still tricky because I have Charizard, and Charizard's pretty useless as my last Pokemon here. I mean, I have Ancient Power on it, but my opponent didn't bring Ferrothorn, so once again, I get baited into bringing Charizard. It's like Tsareena over Charizard would have been a lot better here. But this is pretty good. I mean, we'll KO the Surfetched for sure. Just gonna go for Yeah, I don't even know what Meowstic's opting to go for here, but decent damage from Scald. And it's slower under Trick Room. Okay. Well, that seemed like a silly play, but I thought my opponent was almost always maxing the Primarina and going for Starfall there, so that's why I went for what I did. Mantine isn't a problem, but I think Prim now comes out. Once again. He's going to opt for just a Psychic. Okay. That's fine. Huh. Yeah, really surprised the Prim didn't just max there, because I feel like it's the best. It's like honestly a really solid Pokemon to be maxing right now, especially if it's just coming back out. Because like Surfetch isn't really pressuring Togekiss anyway, but maybe my opponent was just baiting out a turn there on my end, which makes some sense. Either way, I think I'll take it. I'm gonna just Scald into the Meowstic here, and I need damage against Prim, so I'm gonna Starfall that. Assault Vest Prim is actually still a really big problem, like I said, because I didn't bring Tsareena here. Yeah, so Prim maxes here. I mean, that could have also been a calculated move specifically to just stall out a turn of my Dynamax if they were maybe reading me into maxing. Plus, like, maybe they did just want to commit to Dynamax immediately. Okay. I am really concerned about beating this Prim, honestly, because I have Charizard and not anything else in the back. That being said, Blastoise is actually the fastest Pokemon under Trick Room right now, which works in our favor. It's going to go for Overgrowth, which I actually don't mind too much. I don't think Blastoise was really doing too much for me at this point in the game anyway, so yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and I'm just going to change the terrain back with Starfall. It's probably Assault Vest though, so I really wish I brought Tsareena. If I did, I think this game would pretty much be locked up, and I think I needed to respect Primarina a little bit more in Team Preview. Instead, I gave more respect to Ferrothorn, but the more I think about it, I'm not sure I need to force the Charizard because this Tsareena has Iron Defense. Or sorry, Tsareena doesn't have Iron Defense. It has Taunt and High Jump Kick. So by taunting, we just get around the high Iron Defense stuff. I'm just gonna bring out Togekiss here because I want Tyranitar as the last one. And I think by seeing a Charizard here, my opponent's probably not too scared of it, right? There's only 2 turns of Trick Room left, which is also pretty good news. So I think I'm actually just going to opt for Air Slash into Meowstic and another Starfall into Prim. I really need damage against the Primarina. That's the main thing. That thing causes way too many problems otherwise. And I'm not going to be able to do much with it with Togekiss. He's going to opt for Geyser. Let's see if that just goes into Charizard. Yeah, targets Togekiss. Nice. We don't take much there either, so... this does set up the rain for Mantine, but I think that's fine. Because we have Tyranitar anyway, and we should just KO the Meowstic here. Prim is also severely damaged at this point. Yeah, he doubled up onto Togekiss. Nice. Yeah, no point in protecting the Charizard there because, like, I think my opponent really feels the pressure to get damage onto the Togekiss at that point. Oh, this is actually pretty interesting, right? It's the last turn of Trick Room, which means Mantine's... Swift Swim is actually working against it right now. But I think I'm content on just clicking Protect here with the Togekiss. Going for just some chip damage onto the Prim. Because we're max speed Tar as well, so we should outspeed my opponent. Yeah, so like Protect and just go for a Air Slash onto the Primarina. I want the free switch into Tyranitar because then I can just click Dazzling Gleam Rock Slide, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm content just Air Slashing the Charizard, I think. And protecting Togekiss. Okay, let's see. It's going to opt for... Mantine's going to protect as well. Yep. Okay, nice. That's fine by me. Hopefully Geyser just goes into Charizard here, but I think my opponent might target Togekiss and not just give me a free switch in. Oh, goes into Charizard. Perfect. Okay, that's exactly what I was hoping for, because now I just get the free switch into Tyranitar. Yeah, and since we're max speed Tyranitar, I don't know how much speed investment that Primarina has, but I think we can just click Dazzling on Rock Slide now. We have the Focus Sash for insurance as well. That's Rock Slide, or sorry, that's Life Orb Mantine on the opposing side. Okay. We actually did a fair amount of damage to Primarina, although I wasn't paying attention to whether we were critting there or not, which I probably should have. think Dazzling Rock Slide here is fine, yeah. Could have gone for Follow Me. That might have been safer, actually. But I don't think Rock Slide's KOing Primarina here, so I kind of need the extra damage from Dazzling Gleam. But we could miss Rock Slide as well, which is scary. Actually, maybe Mantine just outspeeds the Togekiss. I don't know how fast that is. We're about to find out. Because if it does outspeed and gets just like a Life Orb attack off into Togekiss, that just KOs. Although I would think Rock Slide KOs the Mantine after Life Orb and Sand Chip. And even if we're not KOing Prim, it's fine because then it's a one-on-one and we should outspeed it. Yeah, I just don't remember Mantine's Space Speed off the top of my head. Tyranitar's. Okay, nice. We're good. And we actually KO'd the Primarina there too. Was that a crit? No. Nice. Alright, so that'll seal up the game. Yeah, Dazzling comes off. Great. I mean, the main thing is that we were able to deny the Mantine in this game, but yeah, the biggest surprise to me was my opponent just switching out the Primarina, the first turn of Trick Room, because it was like they got Trick Room up, they got Primarina, and they can easily just set up Starfall or Misty Terrain to prevent me from that Yawn from going off. Alright, getting into the third game today, we're up against pretty scary stuff. Clefable, Dragapult, which is always super scary. Probably what's going to be Iron Defense, Ferrothorn. I think... I don't know. I keep bringing Charizard into these matchups where they have Ferrothorn because I just respect the Ferrothorn, and I think I still need to, honestly. And it's like, Charizard actually wasn't too bad for us in that last matchup, despite it looking super rough. Clefpult here, I think, is definitely a major threat, as well as Whimsicott Rotom. Rotom actually concerns me a lot. Yeah, like Clef Rotom, like Whim Rotom or Clef Rotom can cause some problems because the best answer against Rotom is Excadrill. And it's Mold Breaker, but I'm actually thinking of leading Togekiss Excadrill here, mainly because I think Rotom just applies way too much early game pressure, so I need to lead something like any other lead, and I think it just can set up a single Nasty Plot and maybe just sweep through me entirely, which I really don't want to see. Honestly, Charizard's not bad here, especially because we have Ancient Power. So we hit the Arcanine. Tsareena good for Rotom, and only Rotom, but that is maybe enough reason to bring it. I think I like Tyranitar, though. Playing with this team, I realized that Sashtar is just so good against Max Dragapult because, you know, you can pretty much always take an attack even if it is weakness policy, and you get a Crunch off in return, and Crunch just does so much damage to Max Dragapult, like, that it just gives us more insurance later on, but... yeah, kind of tricky here because they have the Whimsicott and the Rotom and the Clef. And they go with Whimsicott Rotom, okay. So like what we could do, which is what I was initially planning, was just go for Follow Me, Max Quake into the Rotom turn 1. But I think it's so obvious that there's a decent chance they just switch out Rotom here. That being said, they don't have any good switches into Quake. So I think I'm actually just going to go for it and pull the trigger. Yeah. I mean, the problem here is what they could do is switch out Rotom and like spell out my Dynamax and then sweep me under Tailwind with Rotom. I think there's like that's like decently likely. If they get greedy though and we just KO Rotom turn 1, that would be amazing. But they're staying in. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. It could be Protect, but that would be fine with me too. We get a special defense boost, which means we would even survive electric type attack from Rotom guaranteed. Best case scenario here, I think, is just Tailwind Max and then you Geyser into the Togekiss. But let's see if Rotom maxes here. Could also Max Guard here. Yeah, they're going to max. That's really good for us, I think, because it should just be a KO here until the Rotom. Unless they guard. Even if they guard, though, like, they could Tailwind Max Guard, I guess, or... oh... oh, no. I think I see what's coming. They're gonna Max Guard Rotom and taunt the Togekiss, aren't they? Okay, no. Because that would have been really smart. That would have been super, super smart. Because by doing that, then I can't Follow Me the subsequent turn, and then you can, like, Fate your Geyser into Excadrill. Yeah, he just opts for Lightning. Okay, nice. Togekiss even hangs on from that. Let's go, Togekiss. Nice. Sick. And we get the Quake off. Not bad. bulkier than I thought. But I think that's fine. He's probably, I mean, sure he's Citrus Berry here, right? Yeah. Like, actually, I'm not sure I want to just follow me Max Squeak here, despite that being the safest play, because I think my opponent probably wants, like, you're never going to fake Tears Geyser here, I think. I think one play my opponent could actually make is, we have Tyranitar Charizard in back, is like Moonblasting Togekiss. I mean, they could just Moonblast Max Geyser. I wonder if they have fake Tears. Like, what I actually want to do is protect the Togekiss here and Quake into Whimsicott. The Quake is because I want the special defense boost, plus he's probably Focus Sash anyway. Yeah, nice. Read the max card. This puts us up in a really good, really advantageous position then, I think, because it should be Moonblast into Togekiss. Yeah, exactly. I could have switched out into Tyranitar, gone for the Quake. But it's fine. Nice. Okay, so now we're at +2 special defense, so we'll definitely take Max Geyser from Rotom, and if my opponent Geysers us, that actually activates our weakness policy as well. Let's see. I'm wondering if I want to... Yeah, I think I still follow me here, and now just Quake into Rotom here. That seems fine to me. What I'm worried about is, like, Arcanine in the back, but we do have Tyranitar. If Arcanine doesn't have close combat, then we wall it decently hard. Yep, Moonblast. Weakness policy should get activated through a Max Geyser here as well, and this Rotom is pretty bulky, so... just hopefully no crit. Let's see how much this does after 2 Spidef boosts. I jinxed myself. There's not much more I could have done in this game, though, honestly. I mean, I could have Swords Dance turn 1, but... nah. That's just one of those, like, it's Pokemon. Like, it sucks, but it's Pokemon. Yeah, I don't think I would have really changed how I would have played any of those turns, and I don't think I would have changed what I brought either. Like, I led exactly what I needed to beat this. I mean, Tsareena could have put in some work, but... yeah, that's just unfortunate. If he doesn't crit us there, not only do we survive and knock out Rotom, but our weakness policy gets activated as well. So, yeah, that was just like the worst case scenario. I guess, shouldn't give up though. Game's not over. Let's see, one turn of Tailwind left. You didn't get to see that I was weakness policy. I mean, I'm just going to Rock Slide here and I think Protect with Charizard. That really stinks, but that's Pokemon. You're bound to, like, crits like that are bound to happen. I like their switch on Whimsicott's end. Ooh, into Clef, actually. That's kind of interesting. But you target Tyranitar here, right? They didn't. Okay, this is still super doable, then. See how much Rock Slide does here. Hopefully no miss. Alright, I didn't jinx myself that time around. That's good. If they're slow Rotom, which I think there's a decent chance... we can just outspeed with Char. Actually, I wonder if Ancient Power KOs Rotom from that range. It is pretty bulky, but we are Life Orbed. I honestly think it might, because like what I want to do is just Rock Slide Ancient Power here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. Ah, Rotom protects. Wow, okay. Actually, that's fine, though, because if I just KO the Clef, my opponent gets a free switch in into Whimsicott, and they click Tailwind, and we don't want that. Now my opponent's taking more chip damage with Sand as well, which makes me think he'll be in Ancient Power KO range. Clef might go for Life Dew if it has it. We could get a flinch here. Ah, he has Icy Wind. Okay, yeah, that'll do it, I think, then. Actually, not necessarily if my opponent's last Pokemon is that Ferrothorn. Yeah, Excadrill was so good against my opponent's team. And they had Clef too, which meant they only had one other offensive attacker in the back. And if it was Ferrothorn, I think this game was pretty much a lock. But that's Pokemon. Like, crits happen. And this is one of the games where it's like, you know, often if you're getting RNG'd or you run into, you know, crits or bad luck like that, you have to ask yourself, like, could I have done anything better? They're gonna Helping Hand. I wonder if it's just Helping Hand Hydro into Tyranitar. Probably is if they're going for that, which is a really good play on their end. So I could have gambled there, but let's see. Yeah, they hit it too. Okay. If we survive this in Sand? Ooh, we do. Like, if Ferrothorn's our last one, Charizard actually just wins. And that would validate me bringing Charizard, but I think it's probably going to be Arcanine. If it is Ferrothorn, though, they don't... Like, Charizard just clicks Heat Wave and beats everything. I mean, Whimsicott's coming out here. But I guess you just click Tailwind, right? I mean, I'm just going to protect Heat Wave here. It'd be such justice if Ferrothorn was the last Pokemon. Whimsicott actually has Protect. Huh. Okay, Protect, Moonblast, Tailwind. I mean, that's not surprising. Like, especially if you're running Whimsicott nowadays because of the amount of... Why would you do that? Why would you just bring in Whimsicott? Actually, no, that makes sense. You bring in the Whimsicott so you get a free switch in into whatever your sweeper is, and you get to click Tailwind next to it. If it is Arcanine, though, I think we could win off an Ancient Power critical hit. If it's Dragapult, we're definitely done for. It's Ferrothorn! Oh my gosh! No way! I mean, Heat Wave just double KOs here, right? Like, Moonblast, you would need a Moonblast special attack drop on a Charizard. So I'm gonna just Superpower Heat Wave here, I think. Finally, my decision to bring Charizard in these matchups is validated. Okay, now I'm just worried about Aqua Berry Ferrothorn. If it's Aqua Berry Leech Seed, we still lose here. Or we can miss Heat Wave. Dude, I put in all this work just for that to happen. This is a good example of a game, though, where I truly think... I'm really not even sure there were much better plays to have made. You know, the funny thing is we could still win despite that. I think you always protect Moonblast here, so I'm going to predict the Protect. Go for a Protect of my own, and then click... And then if I double connect Heat Wave next turn, we maybe still win. I can't believe we not only missed one, we missed both. And I think even if we just connect on one, we win there. Oh, wow. Oh, they protected Whimsicott's? Oh, was that a double protect? Wait, that's fine, actually. As long as Pharaoh protects her, we're fine. Yeah. Oh, but it doesn't get the protect off now because of that. Ah. That cost us the game. Yeah. Is it always better for me to click Heat Wave there? No. I mean, my concern is Moonblast plus Leech Seed plus like... What? He didn't protect with Ferrothorn. Why? If we win this, I swear. I have no idea why my opponent didn't protect the Ferrothorn there. Although, I guess, actually, they would have needed 2 more turns of Leech Seed, so it... Oh, no, we had Life Orb, so we would have lost, yeah. Maybe they just didn't notice that their Protect didn't go off. But there is pretty much no reason to ever attack with Ferrothorn there. Even if the Protect did go off, you always go for the double Protect at the end. Oh my god. Well, we somehow won despite getting... Maybe my opponent felt bad about the crit and the misses. Yeah. It was Koba in the end, so it wasn't Sash. So Steel Spike actually would have done it. Yeah. Like, this Ferrothorn would have soloed us if we didn't bring the Arcanine. Or, sorry, the Charizard. It was Nasty Plot Rotom. Yeah. So, the interesting thing about the dynamic of their team composition is that, like, outside of like, Clef, Arcanine, Whimsicott are all really support-oriented. Pharaoh doesn't want to Dynamax most of the time, so it's pretty much Rotom and Dragapult. So they had Dragapult in the and we were kind of toasted, but it's kind of hard to bring Dragapult when you're committing to maxing Rotom, which made a lot of sense against my team composition. But, yeah, we pulled it off. Goes to show you shouldn't give up, although... I don't know if it's correct for me to just click Heat Wave there in the end. I don't think it is. Yeah, but the problem is... Yeah, both of... Like, Whimsicott going for Protect was just, like, one thing I didn't anticipate. Like, the double Protect didn't make very much sense to me, because if I don't Protect there... Well, I guess it makes sense if you expect me to double... If you expect me to Protect, but then... If you're expecting me to protect, you should just protect with Ferrothorn. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely crazy endgame there. But there was a guaranteed win con there for my opponent if I just protected with the Ferrothorn. But honestly, yeah, I don't think I really would have changed my Pokemon choice. Like, I think every Pokemon we brought was really important. It covered all my options as well, because Tyranitar was really important against the potential Dragapult and the Arcanine, neither of which came out, but obviously we would have had pretty good matchups against. Tyranitar hanging on from the Helping Hand Max Geyser was super, or Helping Hand Hydro Pump was super clutch. Yeah, and I think if it made sense from the perspective of my opponent, like if you get that off, you just win. I think like what they maybe needed to go for was get another Tailwind off, so that the Rotom just KOs Charizard. But yeah, I don't know. I think like I said, Rotom just causes too many problems if I lead anything else, so I needed Togekiss Excadrill was my one lead against Rotom. Plus Clef, or Rotom plus Whimsicott. So, yeah, if that crit doesn't happen, I mean, Excadrill just hard wins by itself. So, yeah, that was definitely a swing of emotions, that's for sure. One of the crazier games we've had in a while, but a fun one at that. So, thanks for watching, guys. Thank you to 45 Mice for showing me this team and for sharing it with the world. It's a really, really fun team, and I've enjoyed playing with it a lot. So, appreciate it. You can go check him out. Check out the links in the description below. I didn't mention the question of the day, but I'm curious what other esports and games you like to watch competitively or even casually. For me personally, it's League of Legends and Super Smash Bros. So, let me know in the comments below. And, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. All right, peace.